What's up, guys? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just say something in the chat. Yeah, I saw that SL. I saw that SL chase. Uh, can I be sure you guys can hear me? I'm still trying to find my way around the whole stuff. Okay, so next is I'm trying to understand how to how to share my screen. I can't remember how I got this filter on, honestly. If you're on the call, I can see US30. I'm watching it closely. I know where it's heading to, so I'm just waiting for it to get there. So guys, I think we might need to just make do with what it is till I get my head wrapped up, around this whole streaming thing. But I'm watching US30 for 39 500. I'm waiting for that dump to complete that 39 500. It's definitely going to get to 39 500, and that's the next possible buy zone I'm looking for. I'm looking for the liquidity at 39 687 to be swept. There's a liquidity at 39 687. If you open your charts, you see 39 687. There's a possible liquidity at that point that needs to be. Yeah, you can see me. Can you see my face? I'm still trying to use Streamlab to set up, and tell me if the video is shaky or laggy in any way. So we're running my first test rodeo on Streamlab. I'm using Streamlab to stream because I heard using the normal Facebook is always make the video lag. Okay, audio good. Is the video shaky? Is the video shaky? I look so rough. You guys should just ignore me. I've not had time for myself. I've been I've been working on a few things, and I've just not had the necessary time for myself. I'm trying to get the whole black and white thing out of the way. Uh, I don't even get it. Why? How? I can't remember doing this. Guys, keep an eye on US30. Keep an eye on US30, 39 500. Keep an eye on US30, 39 500. Right, I'm trying to work my way around this whole this whole um this whole thing right now. So let's go to everybody's best friend and ask him how to do this. Okay. Uh, yeah, I believe so. I believe so. It should save on YouTube. The last one was on YouTube. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I'm getting it. Okay. Okay. Uh, can you guys see my screen now? Can you see my screen now? I believe you should be able to see my screen now, yeah? I bet that's sharp. King Chase, can you still see me and see my screen at the same time? Or can you just see only my screen? Okay, you can see only my screen. Okay, 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 okay. Starting to get a hang of this. Okay, 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 Now, next is how to remove this filter. I will eventually get this set up properly. So yeah, important thing at the moment. Everything about this kidney is a bit different. Oh. Feels like I would need to learn how to use it properly. Yep, yep. So this huge sale happened. Very, very funny sale. But you know what's up? Let me even open this thing on my phone and see what it's looking like. Sorry guys. Sorry, yeah, you guys are part of test team for today. But I mean, why not? Uh, you know what's up? Let me even open this thing on my phone and see what it's looking like. Sorry guys. Sorry, yeah, you guys are part of test team today. But I mean, why not? Okay, so I can see my screen now. I'm waiting for US30 to come to 39500 for us to take the buys. This is that initial New York push. So we had one sweep here. Would we get this sweep here? Because this was where market actually did create the shift back bullish. Okay, so here, so would we see prices pull back into this point, and then we get to take the buys from there. Okay, face and screen good. Next thing is how to remove this bloody filter from my face. I don't know how to remove this filter. Okay, that's about it. Okay. Sorry guys, I know some of you are just joining and it seems like nothing is happening. I'm still trying to set up the whole streaming application, and I am using a new application, that's why. And so we're still waiting for US30. Hopefully US30 lands in this zone before 3:30. That would be when the New York session would start properly. We're looking to go long on US30 from this point here. And we're still targeting the liquidity sitting above these highs here, above 400, 806. So if we get this entry, it probably might be a swing up to this point, but we'll take profits along the way. If you're just joining, welcome to the Ryan Can Trade FX channel. Okay, this really is not so nice. Yeah, you can place a buy limit. You can place a buy limit at 39500. Sure, you can place a buy limit. Ah, finally better. It's been giving what I don't understand. Ooh, this looks chilled. Doesn't look bad. Kind of like this one. You guys are really catching my cruise with me today. Uh, SL, yeah, SL would be about I'm putting my SL just below that low because that low is a protected one. So SL would be about 392, 392, 39200, 39200, 39210. One of those would be a better option for the SL. Yep, that'd be a better option for the SL. Okay. By next week, I would have the live stream set up properly by the special grace of God. So we would have to sit and be setting up the live stream together with me. I'm also looking at this zone presently where it's at. Let's look at the 1 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame, okay? Let's go to the 1 minute time frame and see is there any is there any reason for us to buy on the 1 minute time frame here? So I'm going to be looking at let's look at this zone. So this was Monday's low. This was the low of Monday here. Um, this was Monday's low at this point, and this was last week's demand area. This point here was last week's demand area. More reasons to why I actually am not seeking any serious buys from that point. But let's see, are we going to have a are we going to find a shift? If we can get a shift into confirmation at this lows, then we'll see if the buys would hold. So this is the present highs. This is the present lower highs, but I still see possible imbalance at this point here. Okay. Remember, the break of these lows here is also going to serve this lows here is also going to serve as a break of as a break of structure here, a sweep on liquidity here. So it will only be fair to expect that prices pulls back into an imbalance before the sell continues. So as you can see, the 1 minute is running aggressively on the RSI. If you open the 15 minutes time frame, we are in actually deep buy zones, but then there's still this level here sitting pretty just below this point, and that's where I'm looking for prices to actually take out. I want prices to sweep this point first of all before I make any valid entry. And to be fair, when you go to your 45 minutes time frame, if you go to the 45 minutes time frame and you look at it very well, you would notice that okay, we moved from this point here, this supply point here, and this bearish trend, and prices did in fact change the trend. This was the last area of demand that pushed prices to actually take out these highs here. So this was where we had that break. Yeah, all that break happened here. This is the inner trend line liquidity here. So I'm waiting for prices to actually sweep the last point, tap into this other block, and move to the upside. That is exactly what I'm waiting for. Maybe for scalp buys, that would have been more valid. If we were scalping the buys, that this would have been been a more valid point to enter a trade for. But I want to see it sweep this level. So let's see if we're going to get a return, and then we'll take the sells back into this level. So let's look at the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, huge engulfing candle here. Okay, let's see if we're going to get a pullback. Let's look at gold quickly. Let's look at gold quickly and see what gold is doing. Okay, fair enough. Gold is still in a bloody range for me, and that's why I'm not playing with it. See this range, see these lows. This is this is um, this very clean market maker absorption. All they are doing here is they're absorbing liquidity because everybody is buying from this point. It's just pure absorption. Let me move this chart in. This is pure absorption. They're just absorbing liquidity at this point, constantly trying to force join people to make them feel like they're placing orders at this point. But in the real sense, there's no buy whatsoever happening on gold at this point. So most people, except if you're scalping, this is a scalpers market. If you're scalping 30 pips level to level kind of thing, then yeah, you'd you'd be good in this market. But this is a scalpers market. This is a scalpers market. So let's map out something quickly. Let's look. So there is enough liquidity resting above here. This was London highs, New York highs, um, Sydney highs, Tokyo highs. So this place is where gold is coming for right now. I'm not much of a scalper and I don't like scalping. Okay, but this is the most prominent place right now that price is looking for. So this buy is most likely going to sweep here again and come back here again. And then more sells to my zone, inshallah. Okay, let's see. Fair buys on gold, fair buys. This 120 pips SL. Let's see. One is to two seems fair. Hmm. Guys, let's buy gold. Let's buy gold. I'm looking for 3,330. I'm buying gold. US30 seems like it's making the reversal. Please, it better not be the reversal you're making. Buy gold now, guys. Go easy. I have my SL at 3300. SL at 3300, and I'm targeting 3,330. Once we're in profit, would adjust, would move SL to break even. I'm putting my SL at 3300 just because of any manipulation. If you entered, you're already up. We're already up about 10 pips. Still playing around. That's good for you. Okay, so let's just watch. Uh, you can put SL at 3302. SL at 3302. Once we go up 20 pips in profit, we'll adjust SL to 3309. Okay. If you've not entered the trade, this is a better time for you to enter. You should make your entries now. Okay, so let's watch and see. We are still very much bullish and looking for here. Let's see how this liquid point holds up. This high is here. Let's see how this high is hold up. Okay, gold still playing. SLs are 3302. Let's take a look at US30 quickly. I saw US30 is doing. Beach is pushing. It's displacing badly. Oh, fucking hell. Don't tell me you're not going to give me an entry. No way. Uh, Gold is seriously playing. Took L's on gold, guys. And guess what? US30 is just pumping without any break, without any goddamn break, without any goddamn break. My first entry level here got taken out. Still was waiting for prices to sweep here, but it didn't. Just waiting for lower. Okay. She said I should check XZD card. Well, let's look at US30 again first. Let's see what US30 is doing. Points up. NZD card. So it's two. Scared of these highs though. I have concerns about those highs. But there seems to be a valid point of supply for the break of the structure here. And we have one, two, three solid touches. Price is failing to break above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days. 6, 7. 7 days for a whole week. Prices failed to break there. And now we finally have a break below the range, which is here. Below that range. So let's look at the 4-hourly time frame. So on the 4-hourly time frame, we have this as the proper range. Shows the range here, and you can also see the break of that trend line and the retest of the trend line there as well. Have I said this thing before that I'm not much of what do you call it, of a scalper? I don't like scalping. So yeah, we should get a return back into this area. I would say you should target somewhere back to this area here, to this level for NZD card. Or you want to watch how prices plays back, okay, into the zone. Sweep on this point somewhere here. You get that intention and then lower. And then lower for NZD card. Or you might even get that push back into the trend line again. So that will be a higher time frame retest of the trend line. So you just want to pay attention to this area here and then find an intention. You want to see prices shift back to bearish intention on a smaller time frame, maybe like the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so US30 is coming back. Still very much skeptical about US30, and I only want to buy US30 when it gets to 39,500. That's where I want to look for those buys, like I said. 39,500. Yeah, this region is where I want to look for these buys again from. So let's see what the end of the day is going to look like. I need to find a way to make sure that this streaming platform, I understand it better, because I can see that my screen is, I don't know, is a bit shaky, and I think I'm also lagging a bit. So I need to understand if it's the processor of my system or if it's something. But I need to get that sorted out. Let's go back to gold and see what gold is doing after sweeping us. It has slowed down again, but this was actually a break of this key point here. See this point here? So it's a break of it. So we have a sweep here. So this should be a better area to take the cells from. If I thought it's going to hold. Are there questions that you okay, someone said it's been smooth. Okay. Are there questions that you want to ask? Just leave it in the chat section. If there's a question you want to ask, leave it in the chat section. Let's wait to see if gold gets to that point. Let's wait to see if gold gets to that point, and I'll take the cells from that point again. But if it doesn't, I'll let it go. We'll go again tomorrow. Let's see. How much percentage am I down from the trade I took today? I'm down 5% on my account. So let's see. Oh, okay, that's sharp. Let's see what Nasdaq did today. Similar. All tanked. US30. See, some days Nasdaq is clean, some other days it's just bullshit. There's a full-fledged break and retest. So there's no fucking retest here. See, these are the issues. These really are the issues. So I'm banking on this point. Yeah, yeah. So this level here to continue to push prices down. If price eventually does get to that level, that'd be a safer place to actually take the sales from. And at the same time, prices could just keep selling from here. See, the problem of the market is the days where you expect it to respect break and retest theories, it might not. On the days where you do not expect it to, those are the days where it actually, just go along with normal break and retest. But let's watch and see. See that big push to the upside.
Okay, so we're finally heading into that zone. Finally heading into that zone. Let's see. Are we going to continue the sales from that point, or is this market crazy enough to just continue buying from here? So at this point, the things that this market wants to do is literally unknown to mankind. It must be made known to you by flesh and blood at some point. I hope this wasn't a sweep because I'll be so furious because I know for a certain that there's liquidity resting here and it's supposed to chase it. He's supposed to chase that liquidity. So now two things are going to happen. If here doesn't hold, so let me break it down. Yeah. So if this point, let's go to the 3 minutes time frame. Okay. So see, this is the recent low. This is the higher low. Okay, and this is the lower low. So if this lower low fails to hold to create a new higher low, and we break above this high here, then this would be, a manipulation of internal liquidity, a break of new, a break of the structure here. Then we'll look for a pullback and enter the just fucking went back to our entry. Man, for some reason, I just hate gold for absolutely no reason. Because I wouldn't say it had no right to do this, but I mean, mm, okay. This whole market is crazy, fucking crazy. So we took buys from this point here. We took buys from this point here and got stopped out. We got stopped out of the buys here. 3,200 went against us and then started to move to the upside. So this change believe in this kind of double tops. So let's see if it's going to sweep the high and keep pushing up. This week has been wild for me. Very, very wild and crazy. I'm not even going to lie. I haven't seen one good setup. I've taken three SLs, no three SLs, no break even, no profits, just three solid SLs this week. And there you have it. US30 is still pushing. Ah. I think I understand why people enjoy watching live streams is because you literally can see my frustration now. So it doesn't just feel like, oh, um some traders call trades and when it hits stop loss they don't care. I'm taking the trades too. I experience the frustration too as well, and I think I'm just going to go out for a haircut and and take and take a parfait to make myself happy because at this point I'm pissed. Oh, same thing this bastard is doing. Just SL and is moving to the upside. Fuck you, gold. I'm going to leave my limit. I'll leave my limit at I'll leave like my limit for US30. I'll still leave my limit at 39,500. And if by midnight, if New York doesn't reverse, if New York does, because apparently New York had, pre New York did the push to the downside, and this is the New York reversal that just happened without a fucking entry. Sorry guys, I hope YouTube doesn't flag my video for using crosswords, but I'm pissed off. Without the damn entry, it just went snipe once, move, but there was no level because these are just pure weeks. These are all weeks. I wouldn't take trades from where they are weeks because where they are weeks, all I'm seeing is just liquidity under those weeks. So for it to have just moved from this point, there was no reason for me to have taken the buys here. But it bought regardless. I mean, it's the market. It's going to do what it wants to do at the end of the day. This one went for the sweep. Breathe, breathe, innocent. Breathe, Ryan. Still bullish. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it a day at this point. It's 4 p.m. I'm going to call it a day. Go cut my hair, hit the gym, or go for a run, or just do something. But it's been one hell of a week, and honestly, I don't want to chase too hard because if you chase too hard, you just end up losing. So I'll let the market do what it wants to do. The month is ending. The month is ending this week. Most likely might not be trading NFP until if I see the market rearrange itself today, tomorrow. Fine. 5 minutes is looking tempting on this gold, very tempting. But at the same time, just discipline. I don't think there's anything really ah, like very tempting. What's the risk on this? See here, 30 pips. Nope, guys, I'm calling it a day. One stop loss, missed trade, no entry. One stop loss on gold, 70 pips stop loss on gold, no entry. I mean, it's gold. This isn't supposed to be 70 pips on another pair, but it's gold. So 70 pips stop loss and no entry on US30. US30 literally just rallied to the upside. There was no aggressive entry whatsoever. We're waiting for more sells into 39500 to take the sells. Limit at 39500. Still stop loss just below 200 points below. If prices does in fact reverse here before the end of New York, then I'm sure the buys will take off from here tomorrow. And that's that being said, this gold looks tempting if you want to risk it for any reason. Stop loss should be directly above these highs here. If you have a wider margin, you want to go above here, but I wouldn't advise that. So stop loss above here if at all you want to take it. And see you guys tomorrow.